All right, here's a lesson on multiplying polynomials. To multiply a polynomial by a monomial, you just use the distributive property. So that would be something like 3x and then x minus 2. You would just distribute 3x times x, giving you 3x squared, and then 3x times negative 2 would be negative 6x. All right, now we're going to go ahead and multiply a binomial times a binomial. When we do that, we want to again do the distributive property. So one way we teach you this is to multiply first, outside, inside, last, and we nickname that the FOIL method. So first, outside, inside, last. So we have x times x is x squared, x times negative 7, negative 7x, inside 3 times x, 3x, last, 3 times negative 7, negative 21. And then we have a pair of like terms, so they become x squared minus 4x minus 21. We can also do the multiplication using a box method. So how we do that is we would put the first binomial outside the boxes, so x and then plus 3. The second set, a binomial outside the boxes, x minus 7, and then we multiply. So x times x gives you x squared, x times negative 7, negative 7x, 3 times x, 3x, 3 times negative 7, negative 21. And then we look to see if there's any like terms. Notice right here, these are alike, so they will combine together. So we have x squared minus 4x minus 21. Example B. Notice that there is a binomial squared. So this really represents x minus 4 times x minus 4. So you can do the FOIL method if you prefer. I'm going to go ahead and just do the box method. So I put x minus 4 outside the boxes. Now we multiply. X times x, x squared. X times negative 4, negative 4x. Negative 4 times x, negative 4x. Negative 4 times negative 4, positive 16. And now we simplify. X squared, and these are alike. They become negative 8x, and then 16. All right, example 2. Find the product and simplify the polynomial in standard form. So now we have a monomial, so one term, times a binomial, 2 terms. So we're going to use the distributive property. So we're going to multiply 4y squared times y squared, and that's going to give us 4y, and now we add those exponents to the fourth. And now we're going to multiply 4y squared times 3, giving us 12y squared. This polynomial is in standard form. Distribute again. We get 6x squared. Now we add the y to y cubed, giving us y to the fourth. Now we're going to distribute again. So plus x squared, and now we add the exponents. Y plus y squared is y cubed. Distribute. Negative 28 x squared. Y plus y is y squared. And the last one, plus 30 x squared y. To multiply any two polynomials, you would use the distributive property, and then multiply each term in the second polynomial by each term in the first. Keep in mind that if one polynomial has m terms, the other has n terms, then you have to multiply those terms together before you simplify. So what this example would look like if we were to multiply this binomial to a trinomial, you get x times x, x cubed, x times 4x, 4x squared, x times negative 3, negative 3x, and then we distribute the 2, so we get 2x squared, 8x minus 6, and then we put it in standard form. So the first term is x cubed, and then we have x squared and x squared, so that becomes 6x squared. Now we have minus 3x and plus 8x, plus 5x, and then the minus 6 at the end. Now it's in standard form. All right, go ahead and find the product of these. So either you can do the distributive property or use the boxes. So I'll do the boxes on this one. So I have the binomial outside, a minus 3. So there's the first. And then I have the trinomial. And now we multiply. 2 times a, 2a. A times negative 5a, negative 5a squared. A times a squared, a cubed. Negative 3 times 2, negative 6. Negative 3 times negative 5a, positive 15a. And then last is negative 3a squared. And now we put it in standard form. So the highest term is a cubed. Then we have negative 5a squared, and negative 3a squared become negative 8a squared. And then we have positive 2a and positive 15a becomes 17a. And then we're left with our constant of negative 6. Now again, you can do the boxes if you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and do this one using the distributive. So I'm going to take 3b times 3b squared. Those 3 times 3 is 9. B and b squared becomes b to the third. So you're adding those exponents. Distribute again. You're going to get negative 3 b squared c y squared. Distribute. You get negative 6 b c squared. Distribute. Minus 3b squared c plus b c squared y squared plus 2 c cubed. And then we look to see if we have any like terms. They have to have the same variable raised to the same power. So if we look, the first term, we have 9b cubed with no other terms like that. Then we have 3b squared cy squared by itself. Then we look at minus 3b squared c by itself, minus 6b squared c squared plus b c squared y squared, and then plus 2c cubed. All right, our last one. Now we have a trinomial times a trinomial. So I'll distribute first the x squared to the x squared. So that's x to the fourth. Then we get 5x cubed minus 2x squared. Now we distribute the 4xy. So we get minus 4x cubed y minus 20x y squared, and then plus 8xy. And we distribute the 1. So 1x squared, 5x, and minus 2. All right, so let's see if there's any like terms here. So we have x to the fourth. We have a 5x cubed. We have a like term here with that one, becomes negative x squared. We have 5x. And then minus 4x cubed y minus 20x squared y, 8xy, and then our constant.